This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Tonight, a Cole Harbour man accused of killing his wife is sent back to a psychiatric hospital. A Liberal MLA who's undergone treatment for breast cancer makes an impassioned plea for more testing. And rising star, Nova Scotia soccer forward Jacob Shaffelburg shines on the international stage.
We had more clouds today, but the temperature stayed much the same, and we also saw more scattered showers and thunderstorms. That trend is going to continue. I'll let you know what you can expect coming out.
Good evening. A Halifax area man who's accused of killing his own wife made a brief court appearance today. 76-year-old Edmund Joseph Organ was charged with the murder and the death of his 74-year-old wife, Ruth, in their Cole Harbour home. Blair Rhodes reports.
Edmund Organ was brought into Dartmouth Provincial Court this afternoon from the East Coast Forensic Hospital, where he spent the last month undergoing a psychiatric assessment. The psychiatrist conducting that assessment has sent a letter to the court requesting more time. Dr. Risk Cronfley is also asking for more information, specifically Ruth Organ's medical records. The lawyers told the judge they're not sure how to deal with that request. RCMP say a man contacted them on June 9th, saying he had murdered his wife. They responded to the home on Agincourt Crescent in Cole Harbour. Police say it took them some time to persuade the man to surrender. Edmund Organ has been in custody ever since. He returns to court on August 7th. He remains in the forensic hospital in the meantime. Blair Rhodes, CBC News, Dartmouth.
A second person has been charged in connection with the homicide of Vernon Doucette. RCMP were called to a home invasion on February 16, 2022 in Digby County. The homeowner, 64-year-old Doucette, was severely injured and later died in hospital. In a news release, RCMP say 33-year-old Dylan Burton DeVoe of Yarmouth has been charged with second-degree murder. Late last month, Tyler Langford was also charged with second-degree murder. Investigators say they do not anticipate any other arrests in the case. Well, a grieving family in Cape Breton is speaking out tonight after being targeted by scammers. During Amelia Teresa Scala's funeral, someone posted a Facebook page asking for donations to broadcast of the service, but there was no actual live stream.
Well, I think everyone's really hurt that someone would take advantage of us at an already difficult time, just making something that much worse and making us do one more thing our family has to deal with on top of grieving. My grandfather died in October, and then my grandmother just passed in June. So the family's been going through it, and this just made it that much harder.
And I'll talk to granddaughter Abigail Scala about what the family did and why they decided to speak out about their ordeal. That is our Newsmaker just after 6:30. A Liberal MLA who is still suffering the effects of her breast cancer treatment says the province needs to do more for women like her who have harder to detect cancers. Rafa Di Costanzo led a group of women who agree with her in a short protest outside Province House today. And some of the group then joined the MLA for Clayton Park West as she pleaded with health officials to make what they consider a life or death change in policy. Jean Laroche reports.
You don't often see a sitting member of the House leading a protest outside the legislature. But Rafa Di Costanzo and about 24 women took to the streets, then filed into a committee room to make their case directly to those responsible for cancer screening.
You are stuck on something that doesn't make sense. And this policy that we're doing is causing a lot of harm to women. And we can do something about it.
What she wants is for the province to offer women with dense breasts more than just a routine mammogram. Breast cancer is harder to find in the mammogram of someone who has firmer breasts. These women want other, more accurate testing offered routinely rather than on a case-by-case basis. The doctor in charge of the program says that kind of extra screening is reserved for those who need it most.
When you start looking at MRI as a test, it's very expensive. It's quite quite the resource intensive. So we really kind of need a stepwise approach. What we do know is the high-risk people, they're the people who have a 60 to 80% lifetime risk. We really need to be able to look after them. And that's our priority in the program at the moment.
She says that could change, but not right now. This woman says that extra step would have spared her a lot of grief.
Had I been able to get supplemental screening at that time, because of my density, I probably wouldn't have developed such severe cancer 2 years later.
Mammogram is useless to me as a dense breast. Don't give me mammogram. Give us what's available to other women in other provinces. Abbreviated MRI, contrast-enhanced mammography.
Although the protest may have garnered some attention, these people will have to continue to pressure those in charge to get what they want. Jean Ladar, CBC News, Halifax.
The Federal Fisheries Department has called an external review into the conduct of its officers who allegedly stranded and arrested 2 Mi'kmaq men at a Nova Scotia gas station without shoes or phones. The 2 fishermen from Cape Breton were arrested at the end of March near Shelburne while fishing for baby eels. It was 2 weeks after Ottawa announced the Elver fishery was closed to all commercial fishing. Fisheries Minister Diane Lebetoulier says the review panel members will be named next month and will involve Indigenous leadership. She said once the review is complete, a report with recommendations will be made public. And that warm, sticky weather continued today, Tina.
That's right, at least for one more day. But there is some relief on the way. It may come at a price, though. We've got a lot of rain potentially heading in our direction as we go through the day on Thursday. But between now and then, there are rain chances. And some of us have seen some pop-up scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder and lightning out there as these storms pop up in the heat of the day and then fizzle out once the sun starts setting. But in the meantime, look at these temperatures. Most of the temperatures coming in into the mid to upper 20s. We had a few 30-degree temperature readings out there, and it certainly is cooler along areas of the coast where those southwesterly winds blow directly on shore, keeping the temperatures slightly cooler. But look at the dew point temperatures. They haven't really moved much since yesterday, so we're really stuck in this humid air mass, and it really is hard to cool down if you're out there in the heat of the day. That heat warning for the province will continue at least for one more day, but again, we do have some changes on the way. Now this afternoon and right now we are seeing some scattered showers still popping up and producing a lot of rain in localized areas, and we do have a cluster of cells that are pushing their way off towards the east, even a few popping up towards the Port Hawkesbury area, just kind of the same areas that we saw happening yesterday, but the one over Cape Breton is really starting to dwindle out right now, so I think that is some good news. The rain is good, but not the torrential rain that these are capable of doing. We have more chances for those in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon, and then more widespread rain heading in our direction. I'll talk more about the extended forecast coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Tina. Well, Sail GP has confirmed Halifax will not be used as a venue next year, despite record-breaking success of the International Sailing Competition's Canadian debut last month. Sail Grand Prix said in a news release that it has received unprecedented demand from host cities and that it wasn't possible to confirm Halifax as a Season 5 venue. The competition in June had the fastest ticket sellout in Sail GP's history. More than 50,000 spectators gathered on both sides of the harbour to watch 2 days of high-speed sailboat racing. Sail Nova Scotia hopes the competition will return to the province in 2026. After multiple delays, Marine Atlantic's newest ferry will soon make its first official crossing almost a month later than expected. The Alisuanu was sidelined as crews cleaned debris from the fuel and lubrication system. The vessel did a trial run today before returning to North Sydney for tomorrow's trip. The regular run from North Sydney to Argentia has been down, and customers were given the option to divert through Port Basque. Marine Atlantic says the delay hasn't been ideal for customers.
Our main goal during this time with the reduced capacity that we had was to move not only tourists on and off the island, but also commercial traffic. And by moving everybody through Port Basque, it was a shorter time frame to move. From a geography perspective, Port Basque is closer to North Sydney. So we could do a crossing to North Sydney in 5.5 hours from Port Basque for a one-way crossing. That's a 16-hour crossing to Argentia. So We moved a lot of traffic during that time frame. Not ideal for customers who were impacted, but again, we did try to get them on and off the island as quickly as we could.
There is a big recall on non-dairy milks. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says a wide variety could be contaminated with listeria. This recall covers Silk brand oat milks, almond and cashew milks, and coconut drinks. It covers a variety of flavors, container sizes, and best before dates. You can find all of the details on the CFIA website. The same recall also covers several Great Value brand almond drinks, original, unsweetened original, and vanilla. All of those 1.89 liter containers. The CFIA says if you have any of these drinks in your home, you should throw them out or return them. The stage is set in New Jersey for Team Canada's semifinal game against Argentina at the Copa America soccer tournament. The event has been a coming out party for Nova Scotia star Jacob Shaffelburg. The CBC's Paul Palmeter went to his home community of Port Williams and has that story.
Nestled in between the towns of Wolfville and Kentville, you'll find the community of Port Williams. Tucked in next to the Cornwallis River, it's becoming known as the hometown of a growing sports legend.
It's taken quickly down the right. Jonathan David could be in here. David steps inside. It's put in by Shaffelburg.
Jacob Shaffelburg scored a huge goal for Canada on Friday night to help his team to a quarterfinal win against Venezuela to lift Canada into tonight's semifinal against World Cup champion Argentina.
We're very proud of him. Port Williams proud, I keep saying. Just can't believe that he is from Port Williams and what he's done.
We're blessed to live down here in God's country, but what Jacob's doing is absolutely phenomenal, and I guess we're all pulling for Canada.
Messages are on display in the community wishing Shaffelburg and Team Canada good luck. Shaffelburg has played a key role as the team has been gaining momentum throughout the tournament. Against Peru, he set up the game-winning goal, and his play is gaining high praise in the international soccer community. At this soccer shop in New Minas, his parents had jerseys customized by the store owner before they left to go watch their son play in the Copa America tournament. Canada soccer items have been a hot commodity at the store.
The feeling has been just total excitement, pride. We're super happy for Jacob. We're super happy for our national team. But it hits home having him represent us and represent the Valley, Nova Scotia, and Canada.
Now 24 years old, Shaffelburg's pro career got off to a slow start with the Toronto Football Club.
Jacob Shaffelburg off the bench scores the goal to tie it up at 1-1.
After parts of 2 seasons with Toronto, Shaffelburg was then dealt to Nashville, where he has blossomed into a young star in North America's top pro league.
Shaffelburg, 3-1.
Shaffelburg left Nova Scotia when he was a teenager to attend a soccer prep school near Boston.
He just keeps exceeding expectations. I mean, no way did I think he'd perform at the level that he's performing at now. I mean, he's been up there like Canada's top 1 or 2 players in this tournament, and every time he's been on the field, been so impactful and exciting to watch. I mean, it sends shivers down his spine every time you watch him play.
Incredible. We're cheering for you guys, and that was awesome to be a part of. So I'm really proud of you guys.
Following Canada's win over Venezuela, the team had hockey star Sidney Crosby drop by their dressing room to congratulate them. Crosby also posed with Shaffelburg for this photo. Back in the Annapolis Valley, this Wolfville restaurant will be hosting a watch party for tonight's game, where they'll be raffling off tickets for a signed jersey.
I think it's great for the youth as well, because they see it and they think, you know what, that could be me one day. So I think they're going to see soccer in the Annapolis Valley grow even more, knowing that he came through the Valley United program. But I think it's just great to see all these people come together and kind of support a local.
Canada goes into the game as the 48th ranked team in the world, and it would be a massive upset if they can take down top-ranked Argentina. Paul Palmeter, CBC News, Port Williams.
And tonight's game is happening in New Jersey, where hundreds of Canadian fans have traveled to cheer on the team and show some love for Jacob Shaffelburg.
Maritime Messi, baby. Let's go. Score the first goal tonight. Let's go, Canada!
And we'll have more on the game excitement in New Jersey a little bit later in the show. A multi-year restoration project at a Lunenberg museum is unearthing relics of the property's past. The renovations on the Not Rulin house are expected to cost over $1 million. It was bought around 1793 by a member of one of the town's founding families. The Lunenberg Heritage Society says the structure of the National Historic Site is still very sound. Some of the items found so far include Chinese export porcelain and date back to the construction in the late 18th century.
We found ceramics, pottery, going back to the 1700s, and then a lot of more modern day bits and pieces. So one thing the archaeologist has explained to me is just as important as the artifacts that she's finding and taking out of the ground, it can be the shape of structures that may be buried. So there may be the remnants of old foundations or other things, maybe a well, middens, which are basically kind of garbage areas where people discarded things. Where those are on the location can tell us interesting clues about how people lived.
Exterior work is planned to continue over the next 2 years, and then the next stage will be tackling the inside of the home. The annual Halifax JazzFest gets underway tonight. A wide variety of artists are set to take the stage for the 38th edition of the festival. The CBC's Claire McKenzie dropped by the Halifax waterfront as organizers were setting up this afternoon.
The 38th annual Halifax JazzFest kicks off tonight. I'm here with Artistic Director Andrew Jackson. Andrew, tell us about the Jazz Festival this year.
Well, we're so thrilled presenting the 38th edition of the TD Halifax Jazz Fest. Kicks off tonight. We're excited. On the stage behind me, we've got Killer Mike, who's going to be opening up the show with some great local talent with Titichi and Lavender and Universal Soul. It's going to be a huge party, and we're so thrilled about it.
And you've got many stages.
Yeah, absolutely. We basically take over on the HRM. So we've got the stage here, shows happening at St. Matt's Church with Jill Barber kicking things off on Wednesday night, as well as some amazing acts. Emmett Cohen, amazing pianist. We're going to be at the Carlton, the Seahorse as well, uptown as well. We're going to be in the Hydrostone Park and in Dartmouth as well, and Halifax Public Library. So many different stages around. It's a real jazz takeover for the week.
And many of these acts aren't actually traditionally what you might think of as jazz. Why is that?
Yeah, well, with the festival, I mean, I'd say about 80% of our 75 acts are in that jazz realm. But for us, we really want to engage as much as the community as possible. We're an extremely community-oriented festival. So for us, it's about offering something different every night and being able to attract as many people as possible to the festival. And so that's why we vary it up night after night. I find it with our program, we're always coming out of left field. And it's always something a little bit unexpected, or that's something that you've never seen before here in the city. So that, comes out of that jazz background as well.
And some people will have bought passes for this, but there are free concerts as well. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. The majority of our program is free. Here on the main stage, starting tomorrow until Sunday, we've got free daytime programming from 11:30 to 3 with a lot of great local talent. And as well, we've got a closing free night concert here on Sunday as well, and across HRM as well. So much great free programming to attend.
And some activities for little ones?
Yes, absolutely. We've got some kid-oriented programming. We've got Razzmatazz for kids. We've got our Kid Zone here. We've got the Discovery Center coming in on the weekend to do a Science of Sound experiment. And as well, people are encouraged they can bring their children to the shows. We have a special system where you can fill out a form, and as long as they're with their guardian, they can come and attend some of those shows as well.
What kind of crowds are you expecting this year?
Yeah, well, the site, we always expect a couple thousand people to take over here, and we really love it when people come in through walking along the boardwalk. We get a lot of walk-up people that are just intrigued by the sounds. So it's like, a really huge festival, and it's one of the biggest in the Maritime, so we're thrilled about it.
And it takes a cast of many to do a festival like this. What's your volunteer base like?
Oh my gosh, we have hundreds of amazing volunteers. I would say we can always use a few more throughout the week, so if anyone's interested in getting involved in the action, we're welcome to it. But I just want to give a big shout out to all of our volunteers and staff who are just so amazing. You can see them working behind us as well, just doing everything that needs to make it a great show.
And rain or shine?
Yes, absolutely. We're always, optimistic about the weather, and it always changes, leading up. I don't get too worried about it, but it's rain or shine, and the music sounds good either way.
Super. Well, thanks so much for telling me about it today.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, Ukraine is expected to be in the spotlight as world leaders gather in Washington for the NATO summit. And a new environmental study links recent heat waves to human-caused climate change. And Tina's up next with the weather forecast. We'll see you on the other side of the break. Yeah, still a hot evening out there.
It really is. It's kind of those lazy, hazy days of summer. It really is. And then you get rocked by some thunderstorms that have popped up in the afternoon.
A little bit of everything going on, huh?
Yeah, like yesterday, not everybody gets in on the action with the thunderstorms, but those who do get them, they put down a lot of rain in localized areas. The heat continued today. It's going to continue at least for one more day, but we do have some relief on the way. I'm not sure if we want this kind of relief, though. It comes with rain, and it could be potentially very heavy rain as we go through the day on Thursday. But in the meantime, we've seen some scattered showers that have popped up, and tomorrow's going to be much the same. Now, our temperatures right now are still pretty warm, as we were saying. Most of the temperatures are coming in into the mid-20s. We still have some upper 20s, but along along areas of the coast, look at some of the temperatures really struggling. Right now, though, it's still 25 degrees in Sydney. We have 24 in Halifax. Yarmouth a little bit cooler, courtesy of those southwesterly winds that are blowing right along the coastline, keeping those a little bit cooler. So that's providing some relief. But the dew point temperatures are up, and you can really feel the humidity. It feels humid in some areas, especially in the daytime, afternoon heat. It feels fairly oppressive when you're out there. Now we're talking about the scattered showers and thunder showers. Yesterday we were seeing some push their way through the valley, and these started just to the south of Windsor, and then they continued off towards the east, just south of New Glasgow right now, continuing on their eastward track, but losing the strength of the storm, so they're not electrical like they were about an hour ago. And there are more signs of showers coming onshore through the Bay of Fundy, with more showers developing over Maine, and they are pushing their way eastward. So don't be surprised to see a scattered shower or two this evening. I think the threat of lightning is really diminishing now that the sun is starting to set. The angle of the sun is not as high, clearly, as it was this afternoon, but temperatures overnight are going to stay very, very mild. Most of the temperatures are going to stay in the upper teens, maybe even some lower 20s. This looks a little bit worse than what it is. The scattered showers that are out there right now, and maybe a few more coming in from the west, may give us some chances for some scattered showers through the evening hours, and then our skies will start clearing out, at least temporarily, before the fog starts settling in overnight tonight, and that's what we're going to wake up to. Now, if you've been keeping track of Burl, right now it's a post-tropical depression. Burl still sustaining winds of around 46 kilometers per hour, and Burl is producing some winds, but it's certainly producing a lot of rain, and we've got concerns about Burl because we were talking about this yesterday. And some of the moisture is going to get pulled into the system that we have heading in our direction. But until then, this system is keeping its way to the north. It's staying back to the north. It's a front, it's a boundary, and it will pull off towards the north and to the east. And then here comes this area of low pressure that's going to pull in some moisture from Burl. So we'll start to see some widespread rain across northern New Brunswick at first, and then that sinks its way to the south. Then here comes some of the moisture from Burl Thursday into Friday, then starting to pull out. And our chances for rain are going to stay in the forecast even as we head through the weekend. But the better chances for widespread rain for the entire province looks to be on Thursday, and we could see some pockets of some very heavy amounts. So we'll have to keep our eye on things as we go through the next couple of days. But for tomorrow, what we have to prepare for is once again those temperatures soaring into the upper 20s. A little bit more relief along areas of the coast again, where those southwesterly winds 20 at times gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour blow onshore, and that will keep the temperatures a little bit on the cool side there. But all in all, it's going to be another hot one with chances for scattered showers developing in the afternoon. Again, any of those showers that we're seeing over Maine right now may linger in the early morning forecast, but we'll see fog in the morning, some clearing mid-morning and into the afternoon, more clouds developing, and the temperatures once again soaring. Now, the rain is going to stay in and out of the weekend forecast, but the best chances for rain are going to be on Thursday when this system pushes through, and then clearing skies, I should say, on Friday, and then just chances for showers Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday.
Not a washout weekend.
Not a washout. We'll save that for Thursday this week.
Okay, well, thanks for that, Tina. Up next, a Cape Breton family is warning about scammers after someone tried to make money off their loved one's funeral. I'll talk with Abigail Scala about what happened at her grandmother's service. That's our Newsmaker. Stay with us. You're watching CBC Nova Scotia News. A Cape Breton family is warning people about a new scam that targets people who are grieving. Amelia Teresa Scala of Glace Bay died on June 21st at the age of 77. A scammer created a Facebook page claiming it would broadcast Scala's funeral services. Abigail Scala is her granddaughter. First of all, very sorry for the loss of your grandmother.
Thank you.
So tell me, when did you learn that something was off?
Well, we were setting up for her celebration of life, putting out the sweets and sandwiches and tea and coffee. Everyone's phone was put away. We were like busy running around getting stuff ready. And I got a notification on my Apple Watch saying Amelia Teresa Scala's funeral live stream invited you, like, friend request. So I asked my aunt, Monique, if she was live streaming it, and she said no. So we were both like, that's when something was off. So I logged in on my phone and I checked, and they had taken a picture of my grandmother off my Facebook page as the profile picture, and another one for her, the background, and it said that Amelia Scala's live stream funeral service 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. And then they flooded her feed of links to donate.
So did you realize at that point it was a scam?
Yeah, as soon as my aunt said she wasn't live streaming it, we knew that there was something going on.
Do you have any idea how many people fell for it?
A few people commented on our posts that me and my family members made posts on Facebook saying that it was a scam, please don't donate. And a few people commented saying that they already had donated. We're not sure a specific number though.
So what did they see when they clicked on it?
It was really similar to a GoFundMe page. You had to make an account and then however much you were donating, and then put in your debit and credit card information. It looked, for someone who wouldn't be suspecting it, it didn't really look like there was anything suspicious at all.
Any idea how much money the scammers got?
We have no idea on our end.
Now the page is still up. Did you contact Facebook? What did they say?
I did contact Facebook. They emailed me back and said that the only thing that it was violating was the fact that it was a replica of, like, a fake account, and that they would try to take it down the best they could, but it's still up.
How is your family doing in light of, not just losing your grandmother, but then all of this sort of compounding it?
Well, I think everyone's really hurt that someone would take advantage of us at an already difficult time, just making something that much worse and making us do one more thing our family has to deal with on top of grieving. My grandfather died in October, and then my grandmother just passed in June. So the family's been going through it, and this just made it that much harder.
Understandable. Well, why did you decide to speak out now?
I think it's really important for everyone to know that stuff like this is actually happening, and because the majority of people aren't going to reach out to family the day of the funeral saying, are you guys really donating? Are you guys really looking for money? Most people would just say, yep, here you go, and that's it.
Wow.
And I think it's important that people see that they have to pay closer attention.
Well, I'm very sorry this happened to you and your family, but thank you for talking to us today. We do appreciate it.
Thanks.
Coming up, Game On. Canada's men's soccer team gets set for their biggest match ever. Welcome back. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is coming face to face with those pressuring Ottawa to meet its NATO commitments. Canada is now among a minority of members that aren't meeting the threshold of spending 2% of GDP on defense. And depending on who wins the next U.S. presidential election, it could turn into a bigger problem for the country. Evan Dyer explains.
As Britain's new Prime Minister headed off to Washington for the NATO summit, he pledged unity and more defence spending.
This NATO summit is an opportunity for allies to stand together, to strengthen their resolve. I am committed to that 2.5.
2.5% of GDP on defence, that's above the NATO threshold of 2%. Britain, like most of NATO, has been spending more lately and plans to go even further. Canada spent more too, but is still well short of the 2% benchmark. It's now one of only 9 countries that missed the mark, with no plan to get there by the end of the decade. The Trudeau government says it's had to rebuild from record low defence spending under the previous Conservative government.
Under Stephen Harper's Conservatives, Canada's defence spending fell to less than 1%, to 0.9% of GDP.
But that argument doesn't carry much weight on Capitol Hill, where a bipartisan group of U.S. senators recently wrote to Justin Trudeau expressing profound disappointment at Canada's progress.
We're looking forward to a great meeting with this distinguished group of senators.
Trudeau met with Senate leaders to try to persuade them that Canada is on the right track. But the pressure on Canada could dramatically increase if Donald Trump is re-elected.
We do need to see more disincentives, and I think it'll be important for Canada to understand that. I think those
Elbridge Colby served in the last Trump administration, and he's been floated as a potential national security advisor if Trump returns. He says he'd like to see trade actions against Canada and possibly try to boot Canada from the G7.
What kind of signal does it send for Canada to be in the G7 when it essentially mocks the bare minimum of what's required?
Those kinds of threats are unprecedented, and Canadian officials know that what is now gentle chiding by the Biden administration could turn into a no-holds-barred, high-pressure campaign if the Democrats lose the White House in November. Evan Dyer, CBC News, Washington.
There's some new information about the latest wave of Russian attacks on Ukraine. 5 cities were targeted with about 40 missiles in a daylight barrage yesterday. The Ukraine Security Service has released photos of what it says are fragments of a Russian cruise missile that hit a hospital in Kyiv. A children's hospital was also hit. Russia is blaming a wayward Ukrainian missile for that strike. Officials have raised the number of deaths in the attack to 42, with almost 200 wounded. Pledges of over $7 million from corporate private donors have been made to rebuild the hospital. While Russia and its war on Ukraine will be on the agenda at the NATO meeting this week in Washington, today Moscow is hosting its own meeting between the President of Russia and the Prime Minister of India. Briar Stewart reports.
Russia's president escorted India's prime minister around his residence during Narendra Modi's first visit to the country since 2019. It's a great pleasure to visit a friend at his home, Modi proclaimed. But you could argue the pleasure was Vladimir Putin's, given that Modi's visit comes as the NATO summit gets underway and shows that some world leaders are more than happy to do business with Moscow still.
It's a message that India holds on to strategic autonomy. It's trying to go ahead with its balancing act in relationship with different powers.
Modi met with Ukraine's president last month, but India has taken a neutral stance on Russia's invasion. Modi hasn't explicitly condemned it, but made these pointed remarks during his visit. The sight of innocent children dying shatters your heart, and this pain is extremely horrific, he said. His comments come as Kyiv marks a day of mourning after a barrage of missiles hit the capital yesterday, including this children's hospital. Officials say Ukraine was discussed during the visit, and that Moscow promised to release Indian nationals who were misled into signing up for the Russian military.
There are a lot of Indians joining Russian army without their knowledge.
Mohammed Imran told CBC News that his 30-year-old brother, Mohammed Asfan, traveled to Moscow after a recruiter promised him a security job. A few weeks later, he was sent to Ukraine.
Everywhere we try our best to find him, but unfortunately we got his dead body.
His brother was killed in January, but it's believed at least a few dozen Indian nationals remain stuck fighting for Russia in Ukraine. Briar Stewart, CBC News, London.
Tropical storm Beryl has been downgraded to a tropical depression. It continues to lose strength as it moves north and east across the United States towards Canada. The storm left behind widespread flooding, high winds and falling trees brought down power lines. Nearly 3 million people along the storm track in the U.S. lost power. Yesterday, Beryl landed on the central Texas Gulf Coast as a Category 1 hurricane. Last week, it tore across much of the Caribbean as a Category 5 storm. Beryl is in the earliest Category 5 storm on record. A total of 18 deaths are being blamed on the storm, 11 in the Caribbean and 7 in the U.S. Beryl is expected to bring heavy rains to southern Ontario and southern Quebec tomorrow and Thursday. Well, it's a hot day almost everywhere in Canada. Heat warnings and watches are in place across much of the country.
This is what summer's about. I mean, we have pretty long, cold winter, so it's kind of nice to have a few months of super hot weather and, get outside and hang out all day.
Western Canada saw more than 3 dozen heat records set yesterday. Today, heat and humidity readings will top 40 degrees in several centers, and that's true through central Canada as well. Heat warnings are in place across the Maritimes and as far north as Labrador. Environment Canada advises to drink plenty of water, stay in the shade, and pay attention for signs of heat-related illnesses. Well, new government research out today looks at how climate change influenced a recent heat wave in Quebec, Ontario, and Atlantic Canada. It's the first time Ottawa is doing this kind of quick turnaround analysis, and it's an effort to keep climate change top of mind during extreme heat events. Anna Rom has more.
In BC's lower mainland, the air is thick, a heat dome trapping smog and spiking temperatures, pushing people to find ways to cool down.
Ice water. Can you say it a little louder, buddy? Say, eat ice cream. Eat ice cream.
As almost everyone across the West finds ways to beat the heat, new research by Environment and Climate Change Canada is revealing how much influence climate change had on a mid-June heat wave in Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada, pushing temperatures in some areas into the upper 30s.
Our finding was that an event like this was made at least 2 to 10 times more likely by human-caused climate change.
Experts say the new rapid research reinforces how burning fossil fuels over decades has powered extreme heat and drives home the need to build defenses.
You have to have infrastructure that can deal with these levels of heat, which before you might have said, okay, it's such a rare case that we don't really need to include that in our risk planning.
It's never this bad. We've never experienced anything in the 40s in Vancouver.
Research following BC's heat dome in 2021 that killed hundreds found climate change could eventually make extreme events like it far more frequent.
These changes are not random circumstance. These changes are because of a well understood scientific phenomenon that is going to continue to impact our lives.
And as relief comes to Canadians out west by midweek, Environment Canada says it expects to study just how much climate change influenced this heat wave as well. Anand Ram, CBC News, Toronto.
Ticketmaster is sending emails to customers warning them about a security breach. The company writes that some personal information may have been obtained by a third party. That includes names, contact, and credit card information, including the number and expiration date. The company says it's offering credit monitoring services to customers, and it's urging them to keep a keen eye on their bank activity and emails to ensure there's no suspicious activity. The drug crisis in Canada has taken thousands of lives, and there's another consequence: children being left without parents. It's often grandparents who are called upon to raise them. Jenny Whitfield has the story of one grandmother who's stepping up big time while dealing with her own trauma.
It's a pretty typical night in Faye Robinson's home.
Natalie, Nira, this is for you.
The 50-year-old grandmother serves up dinner like an army cook. She's helping to raise 14 grandchildren.
I started out with these 3 and this one, and then one granddaughter at 5. Next thing you know, bang, ended up getting 3 more. Well, actually 4 more. I ended up getting 3 more, and then bang, another 4 more.
Robinson has stepped up to care for her grandchildren.
Michaela gonna eat, my girl?
Because her 5 adult children have all struggled with drug addiction. Last year, 2 of her sons died. One from heart complications brought on by drug abuse. The other was shot and killed. 2 of Robinson's adult daughters have moved home with their children.
Hey! Hey!
It's a long-standing tradition in Indigenous culture for grandparents to adopt or care for grandchildren. But
the stress is, it's not the same situation as it was 25 years ago.
This First Nations social worker says crystal meth and fentanyl are consuming a generation of parents and putting this older generation under considerable strain.
It's much harder for those grandparents to be taking care of their grandchildren and also have to then be there to support a child who is addicted to crystal meth or fentanyl or whatever drugs.
Happy birthday to you.
Robinson is dealing with her own childhood trauma and now the grief from losing 2 sons. She says many grandparents struggle to care for their grandchildren in the midst of so much pain.
But they do the best they can. And that's the same thing with us. We do the same thing, try to do the best we can to move on with our lives, and we know that they need us, the grandchildren need us. Oh, right here.
And she hopes her love keeps those grandkids safe and gives them hope for a better future.
You're not getting another cake, no.
Jenny Whitfield, CBC News, Saskatoon.
The Canadian men's soccer team is about to play what might be the biggest game in its history. They're in the semifinal tonight of the Copa America tournament in New Jersey, and they're up against the world's top-ranked team, Argentina. Katie Nicholson spoke to Canadian fans gathered for the game.
This East Rutherford, New Jersey bar is absolutely packed with soccer fans. It's right next to the MetLife Stadium, and most of the people here are Canadian fans. It's about to get a lot more packed. I'm told a bus from Toronto with about 50 people just pulled up. They're all going to come in here, and they're all here to witness this moment in Canadian men's soccer history. Semi-final game in the Copa America, their debut performance, their debut tournament, and they have just been ripping through against all odds and expectations with a really aggressive style of play. And that is drawing all kinds of people down from Canada to watch this game from multiple different provinces and jurisdictions, including Quebec. I want to bring in Robert. You came from Gatineau, eh?
Yeah, Gatineau, my city, 819 on the 11.
And so just tell me why it was important for you to be here tonight.
Man, there's people from my province that are here, my age, Kone, Bombito, like literally people I could have played against, you know? And it's important for me to support them because now they're playing against World Cup winners, Argentina. We're in the semifinal, and it's in New York. Like, when is it gonna happen again? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
So what are your predictions then for tonight? We already know that they know how to play Argentina and they know how to hold them off for 45 minutes. So what happens?
I'm confident. We played really well the first game, and especially well against Venezuela. I think it's gonna be tight. I'm gonna go 1-1, and we win on penalties. Kone takes the last penalty, and he scores again.
There's so many Canadians here from all over. What is that like to sort of witness this moment with so many different people who've made this journey?
I mean, people think that Canada is boring, but they all showed up tonight. They all showed up to support, and we're going to try to shush the Argentina fans today in the stadium. We're going to try our best.
Thank you, Robert. It's great.
Bye-bye.
The game starts at 8 o'clock, and all bets are off what could happen. Very strong Canadian team coming in with a bunch of wins under their belt now and a great deal of wind in their sails. Katie Nicholson, CBC News, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Go Canada. Well, Canada's main stock index posted a loss today as weakness in energy and industrial stocks led the market lower, while U.S. markets were mixed. Here's a look at how they did as we head to break. All right, so another very warm evening on the go, and you were talking about some scattered showers as well.
Yeah, not everybody has seen the rain. In fact, most haven't, but those who have can testify that they have been putting down a lot of rain in localized areas. Even had some lightning with these storms, so there were some good old-fashioned thunderstorms. Now that the sun is starting to set, anything that formed this afternoon is starting to dissipate. You can see on the last 6 hours of the radar satellite composite as these storms push through central Nova Scotia. They actually had some lightning with it. Now more storms are coming off of the Gulf and it's pushing their way onshore, but these are not electrical. They just have some scattered showers. So for this evening, what you can expect is some scattered showers, not for everyone. The further west you are, the more likely it is to see those. And then the skies should start clearing overnight tonight with some fog patches developing, and then we go into Wednesday into Thursday. And that's when the more organized areas of rain are going to head in our direction. In fact, some of the rain that we should get on Thursday will be in part by Burrow, providing some moisture to these storms, and that will enhance the rainfall totals that we'll see. Not everybody's going to see an equal amount of rain as we go through the Wednesday into Thursday, when that is actually our best chances for rain. For tomorrow, it is another hot one. The heat warnings are still in place. Temperatures will rise into the upper 20s to lower 30s. The winds more southwesterly, 20 at times gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour, especially along areas of the coast where it has been cooler. That's where you have to find relief, not only today, but we can do that again tomorrow. And then the system comes into play again Wednesday into Thursday. That brings more widespread rain. And even though the weekend forecast does have some sprinkles in it, it also has some sunshine in it.
On a weekend.
On a weekend, imagine that.
Well, one of the driest places on Earth is exploding with colorful blooms. Have a look at this. The Atacama Desert in northern Chile is usually a desolate place, but the early arrival of winter rains in the southern hemisphere has the rocky dunes erupting with purple and white flowers. The so-called flowering desert occurs every few years, usually in conjunction with the weather phenomenon known as El Nino.
Yeah, and more rain is in the forecast, and that's expected to enhance the blooms. The last time that this happened in the region was in 2015.
Very pretty.
Very beautiful.
All right, well, that is it for us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.